Hey there, and welcome to Lady Dreamers with facts about the United States. As you know, I'm only doing the first 13 colonies that joined the Constitution, but here we go. Now, New Jersey's state capital is Trenton. The state bird is the eastern goldfinch. The state flower is the purple violet. The state motto is liberty and prosperity. The nickname is the Garden State, and more about that later in the video. New Jersey was officially founded on June 24th, 1664. James Stuart, the second son of Charles I and brother of Charles II, who was Duke of York at that time, granted two of his friends the lands between the Hudson and the Delaware River. And these two men were Sir George Carteret and Lord John Berkeley. They were allies and staunch royalist supporters of Charles II during the English Civil War. They defended the Isle of Jersey against the parliamentarian forces, and this is how the colony got to be called New Jersey. We have all heard of North and South Jersey, but did you know there was an East and West Jersey? In the 1670s, Carteret and Berkeley separated the state. Carteret got the east side and Berkeley got the west side and made it a major Quaker settlement. In 1702, Queen Anne united the two provinces into one colony. And during the American Revolution, Jersey was known as the crossroads of the Revolution. Decisive victories in the battles of Trenton and Princeton made it so. And if you think about it, New Jersey is still the crossroads of the area because you need to get through New Jersey a lot of times to get through everywhere else on the eastern seaboard. Now, it was also on Christmas 1776 that Washington crossed the Delaware and surprised the Hessians in their lair, as I was always taught when I was in school. You can still see the old barracks when you go to Trenton, and if you're a history buff, you have to go see the old barracks. It is so cool. And in fact, the British built the barracks in the French and Indian War type area, and to basically make sure that we were protected. And the Hessian forces, quote unquote, the German Hessians from the county of Hesse took over. And after the Battle of Trenton, the British and the bad guys, you could say, did not take New Jersey again. I've often thought of New Jersey as the middle sister to New York and Philadelphia. In fact, that's probably where we got North Jersey and South Jersey, because North Jersey is a metropolitan suburb of New York City, and South Jersey is a suburb of Philadelphia and is in the New York metro. As in, say, Philly versus Pittsburgh, there are a lot of different things that it's like pork roll versus Taylor ham, sprinkles versus Jimmy's, water ice versus Italian ice. And about the pork roll debate, John Taylor created what he called prepared ham. But in 1906, the Pure Food and Drug Act made it that if you chopped ham and added spices, you technically couldn't call it ham. So they called it pork roll. And I'm on the pork roll side. But then again, I'm on the central South Jersey side anyway, can you tell? So anyway, there is on the sprinkles and Jimmy side, I don't think that one is as strong in, say, central Jersey and just slightly north Jersey, because when I was at Seaside Heights, which is technically on the border of central and north, I asked for sprinkles on my ice cream, and they said, it's called Jimmy's. So, in that illustrious, Jersey accent, and I always like to say that New Jersey people are not, rude. That's how they are. And they don't pump their gas and don't want to pump their gas. Really, why would you want to actually pump your gas? You can tell I'm on Jersey side on that too. I was past 25 before I first learned, I think. There's water ice and in South Jersey, and there's Italian ice in North Jersey. And by the way, Hawaiian calls it shaved ice. It's not water ice, it's not Italian ice, it's shaved ice. I still call it water. Kind of like butter. And so, the debate also is there a Central Jersey? A lot of time is that I spent with, me and my friends and shopping and you name it, is in quote-unquote Central Jersey. Hunterdon County and Mercer County are right across the river from Bucks County where I live. And the half of Flemington calls itself North Jersey, although when I had a little small part in Staples, office supply store, I was told that Flemington didn't get New York weather, they didn't get Philadelphia weather, they got their own weather, which has always stuck in my craw. So, a couple of weeks ago, we had a blizzard, and New York actually got more snow than the Philadelphia metro area did, which shocked me. So, I wanted to know if Flemington was getting snow, so I know if I could go to the gym or not. So I took the map and I kind of took the snow forecast, and literally Flemington and Philadelphia were right on the same track. And I was telling my friend Lisa about that, and she goes, Flemington is usually on Philadelphia's track. So there you go again with the, Flemington might get New York news, but they are basically the same weather as Philadelphia more often than not. Another interesting thing about Trenton is quote unquote Central Jersey, and they are on Philadelphia suburbs and metro. But according to the U.S. Census Bureau, calls it part of North Jersey. Now, here's the interesting thing. New York is 62 miles away from Trenton, and Philadelphia is 31 miles away from Trenton. Depending on who you talk to, they have, some would say it's New York, some would say it's Philadelphia, and I did my own little topic on what people thought when I was at Princeton, New Jersey shopping mall. And the ones that said it was Philadelphia Metro were 100% sure that it was Philadelphia Metro. The few that said New York could not really pinpoint it as well as the Philadelphia fans, you could say. Now, New Jersey actually only has one sports team to call its own, but is home to a handful of New York teams. And those New York teams are home base is in North New Jersey and East Rutherford, New Jersey at the MetLife Stadium. The New Jersey Devils is basically the only New Jersey team, and they are a Major League Hockey team. They are named after the Jersey Devil, which is a mythical creature that lives in the Pine Barrens. And a lot of central and south New Jersey are taken up by the Pine Barrens. When I was little, I was told that the people of the Pine Barrens were as strange as the New Jersey Devil themselves, and to be wary of them. When I actually did meet up with some people that lived in the Pine Barrens, they were just normal folks with a wicked sense of humor. They would like to do the blood-curdling scream of the Jersey Devil just to scare people on purpose. Hey, you have to have fun somewhere, right? So, supposedly, the Jersey Devil was born in 1735. He was the cursed 13th child of Mother Leeds, who proclaimed he was the child of the devil and flew it into the wilderness, where it still roams today. It has the blood-curdling scream and is immune to injury. It has been blamed when there is crop failure, when there is livestock loss, and taking locals on for fun misdirection. And I would tell you that a lot of the Pine Barrens that is closer to the shore has sand on the main road. So if you ever are lost in the Pine Barrens, look for the sand on the road and stay to the main road, because you never know, there might be some crazy person just out to cause mischief in the woods. So, as you know, I love the shore. I actually have been to many shore towns, but Ocean City and Seaside Heights are two of my favorites. And I have to admit that I was kind of excited when the Jersey Shore folks came to Seaside Heights on MTV, and that kind of lasted one season. What I was surprised about was that my friends from the Horatians that I've told you about, it was in a couple of years until they realized that instead of saying coffee, I say coffee. And so they literally did not realize that they weren't putting on. They thought the accent was made up. They thought the attitude was made up. And that was the New Jersey Italians that I grew up with as a little girl. And when I got older also. Though I have to tell you that the Jersey Shore people, only one, just one, was from New Jersey. The rest were from New York, and that was kind of a bane of New Jersey's existence, you could say. But in the last season of the Jersey Shore, my mom and I went in with my niece Victoria and her friends to a rented house, and the restaurant we went to one night was the same place that the Jersey Shore people decided to have dinner also. So we were kind of saying, okay, over here, you know, you can't, no, don't look in, you know. Of course, wouldn't you look in? We said that my mom was in a wheelchair. That was one of the first years, I think, she was in a wheelchair. And we said, let's push Grandma into the scene and see what happens. But we didn't do that, partly because that's rude, and partly because we didn't want to get in trouble by all the security around. So, one of the things I liked about going to the shore was coming back from the shore also. And you're going, you love the shore, why do you want to come home? Because on the way home, we always stopped at a fruit stand. And that is partly of why New Jersey is called the Garden State. You know, we have tons of roadside fruits and vegetables and flowers and you name it. And in fact, there are about 3 or more on the road into my gym in Flemington, New Jersey. And out of everything, I love the corn the best. Now, New Jersey was given the nickname in 1876 when lawyer Abraham Browning described it as an immense barrel-filled area with good things to eat. Now, he said more, but I decided not to keep that in there. It has also been said that Ben Franklin has said around the lines of this, but when you look it up, 90% said that Browning is credited with giving New Jersey its nickname. Now, there are so many things more that I could say about New Jersey, about the stories of, and there's, the singers from here, the Yeah, you name it. There's tons and tons of New Jersey stories, and I only scratched the surface. So, hope you enjoyed the little montage I have after this. It gives a little bit more than I even talked about, but still not everything. And stay tuned for the next video. Believe it or not, it's not New York, because New York was not the fourth state to ratify the Constitution. So remember to like and hit those notification buttons. I would love for you to subscribe too. And we will see you later. Bye-bye.